Hi, Christine here. Um, Today we're going to talk about a very complex problem. I'm here with Madison,
Hi.
and let's first hear what Madison has to say, and then we'll discuss this
So
problem.
before we get into today's topic, I wanted to start out with a little statistic that was from the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, and they reported that in 2019, 14.5 million people 12 years and older have an alcohol use disorder, and of those 14.5 million people, only 7.2% of them receive treatment.
Yes. So with that statistic in mind, I'm going to ask a question. And I'd like you to please answer in the comments below. First of all, can we agree that the United States has a drug and alcohol problem? So first, that's not even like a real question, that's a rhetorical question. I'm pretty sure, Madison, do you agree that the United States has a drug and alcohol problem? What was the statistic again?
The statistic again was um, in 2019, 14.5 million people 12 years and older have an alcohol use disorder. And of those, that number, 7.2% receive treatment.
Okay, so only half of the people have received treatment, and 14.5 million, is that correct? People
14.5 million.
in the
And
United States, right, in 2019?
in 2019, and of those 14.5 million people, only 7.2% of those 14.5 million received treatment.
Right, so half of them received treatment and half did not, basically, is what they're saying. That's what it sounds like. If it
Well,
was
less than
14,
half because it's 7.2% of the 14.5 million.
oh, okay.
So way less than half.
Oh, my goodness. I
Yeah,
just realized what you
way
said.
less than half.
So way less than half.
Way
Oh
less
my
than
God.
half.
I guess I need a math teacher here. I was only going by the 14 and the 7, so there you go. Okay, so now you know why I don't teach math. I used to be good at it, but I'm better at this. Okay, so here's the question I want to pose, and this is the question I want you to answer in the comments below. If now we've all agreed that the United States has a drug and alcohol problem, so that's the premise. So if you had unlimited amount of money, the government or whoever is giving unlimited amount of money, employees, resources, like you have no money issue at all, none at all that's been taken away. What would you do about the alcohol and drug problem in the United States today? So you have all the money, you can make up any solutions at all that you can think of. Now, I pose this question often in, to students, right? And I've gotten many answers. Some people said that they put all of the people with an addiction problem on an island and give them treatment. That sounds great. And if you had all the money, I guess you probably could do that. First of all, would they stay on the island? I'm not sure, but yeah. So there's things to think about. But the other thing I heard, just get rid of all the alcohol and drugs. Just get rid of them, right? Other people have said put them all in jail, people that use drugs and alcohol. So I've heard many different things. But Madison's going to tell us some things that we have tried in the past, as the United States has tried in the past, our society.
Yeah, so this is definitely a very complex question, and a lot of solutions have been tried in the past, but many of them have not worked. So we're definitely trying to find new ways to address this issue. So one of the ways in the past or one of the solutions that we've tried in the past is prohibition, which was enacted in 1919, and it made alcohol completely legal. So the idea was that if alcohol is illegal, no one's going to do it. Well, that's not exactly how that worked. It actually speakeasies and the underground drinking became very popular. So it actually was the opposite effect. It didn't stop them, it just kind of made it more popular, and just the underground way happened.
And the Purple Gang and the mob were also, because of they were bringing alcohol in from Canada, right? So that also played into it. So it became like an illegal activity, like you said, and it all went underground. And so it was harder to stop things even than before.
Yep.
So yes, so that didn't work. Prohibition doesn't work.
Another thing that was tried was the legal drinking age used to be 18, but then in 1984 it was raised to age 21.
Okay, yes.
Another thing was that licenses can be taken away, or there can be harsher sanctions put on a person after after they have had multiple drug or drugged driving convictions. That's a little tongue twister there.
Yes.
And then
Drunk or drugged. Yes.
after drunk and drugged driving convictions, they can turn into felonies. So if a person is on their third conviction in their lifetime, then it becomes a felony. If the person had a conviction that had caused death, then that conviction becomes a felony. And then a conviction that caused serious injury to a person also becomes a felony. And these are when the person is either drunk or drugged.
Yes. So, and those are on, you're operating while intoxicated, which is an OWI, or there's the DUI, I think it's driving under the influence. So there's different levels in that. And those are legal ways that we are trying to control this problem. Now, this is a complex problem, like you said, and it's a medical problem that we're trying to control with legal means. So addiction is, in most people that have drunk driving tickets, maybe one time it was just, not thinking clearly and or whatever. But if somebody has multiple drunk driving convictions and they have multiple problems, most likely addiction is playing into this, right? And so we're not treating the medical part of it, right? We're trying to treat it with legal means, which makes sense. I mean, we have to do something. You can't just let people drive drunk, and we have to do something, right? So yeah. What else do you have? Do you have any other things, solutions that we've tried already that isn't working, or do you?
So now we're going to move into the solutions that we're trying now and have become, in the more recent years, have become more popular.
Okay.
So one of those is called Hopes, Not Handcuffs, and it was started by the Families Against Narcotic, which is FAN for short. And this is bringing law enforcement and community organizations together to help find individuals viable treatment options. So a person can come into a police station that participates in this program and they can ask for help. And if they're accepted into the program, they will be helped through the process of finding the right treatment that will work for them. So they have that support system there while they're trying to navigate the way of trying to get treatment for themselves.
And I like to add that Hope Not Handcuffs is a great way of handling this, because we are, there's legal problems, and then you have the medical, side coming together, and somebody's helping them get into treatment. So that makes wonderful sense to me. And FAN is Families Against Narcotics. They also do education, and each month they have in different areas, like, so I think it goes by counties or like areas. They hold their own, educational sessions, and speakers will come to talk about people that have had the experience. Maybe they went through Hope Not Handcuffs and they explain what happened and all that, or maybe it's a doctor sharing about addiction or whatever. It's a very good solution to the problem that we have here in the United States with drugs and alcohol. So yeah, that's a really good one. I appreciate both of those. Also, another one is this kind of work we're doing right now, this prevention work that we do. This is another response to the problem of the alcohol and drugs here in the United States, is by using TV, radio, and social media like this, and to educate on drug and alcohol abuse. So that would be another one. Do you have any others?
Yep, another one is the medicated assisted treatment. So this combines medications, prescribed medications with counseling and behavioral therapies, and this is a way to help someone become sober, and it's used for harm reduction. So like I said, they combine medication with counseling and behavioral therapies, and some of these medications include Suboxone, methadone, and naloxone. So that is another way that we've been trying to help this problem in the past couple of years.
Yes. So along with the Medicaid, I said that wrong. That is it, medical assisted treatment. Sorry. Along with that, we also have that we've been establishing different medical guidelines for doctors. And we for one, we started changing the way that we treat chronic pain, right? And so what had happened, if you know anything about the and I'm sure you may know something or have heard that we have an opioid epidemic here in the United States. And it started with the pain pills and prescription drugs. And so we changed the way we treat chronic pain, and we start to hold doctors accountable for writing so many prescriptions, right? And so one of those ways is that we used what is called MAPS. It's here in Michigan, and I know they have them in other states, but it's the Michigan Automated Prescription System. It's a MAPS. And so like at one time you could go to several different doctors and get pain medication. Okay. And so you could get pain medication from 3 or 4 different doctors and no one would know. And with the MAPS, they run a MAPS. Like I said, it's the auto prescription system. So they can see what you got and who prescribed it and when and all that. And then they can say, well, you were just at this other doctor's office getting, pain medication. And they can also identify then that somebody has a pill issue, right? That they're taking more than they used to take, or more than they need to take, or more than they're prescribed. And so that helped the doctors to see what was really going on and could treat for addiction. So there's no more doctor shopping, basically. And so that's one of the ways. And also they're holding doctors accountable, because there's doctors that were just making money off of the opioids. And I hate to say it like that, but they're called pill mills. But it's true that there were some people that were just writing scripts, and they were getting, possible, from my understanding, possible kickbacks from the big pharma. So this issue it's a lot bigger than it sounds, right? Because you look at several different substances. You're looking at opioids is one of them, alcohol is another, tobacco. These are all things, part of this alcohol and drug problem we have here in the United States. So did I miss anything?
Nope, you got everything. I really just want to reiterate that statistic that I mentioned earlier. So 14.5 million people 12 years or older have an alcohol use disorder, according to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, and only 7.2% receive treatment. So this is just kind of really showing how big the problem really is, as we've talked about earlier, and how we need to help people be able to find treatment, more ways to find treatment. And also, like, if you are one of these people, like, you're not alone as well. There are so many people who are experiencing this problem right now. And so we definitely need to be able to find ways to find solutions for this.
Yes. So in our comments box, I don't know what they call it, I'm sorry, but we will put some links to things that we think are relevant to our topic today. Thank you for being here with us. Thanks for listening. If you're still here, don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel. And it's a complex problem, in addiction. Really knows no age, doesn't know any, gender, race, whatever, religion, whatever you want to add to it. It's for anyone with any human being with a brain can become addicted. And that would count all of us peoples in all in one. So yeah. And so it's a huge issue, and we've tried several things, and I know that the Hope Not Handcuffs is working, education and prevention, groups like FAN, these are all viable things. And of course, there's the 12-step groups. They're all there to help also. We'll put links in. So we would love to hear your thoughts and comments on how do we handle this problem. And with that, I'm gonna sign off.
Bye.
Bye.